Hey folks, Poster, welcome back to another Pokemon Master video, and with a new banner dropping tonight, a new Shitty Summon video, right? So, although this one's kind of weird because I did one Shitty Summon for Cynthia Garchomp long ago, and we're doing another one. But the circumstances are very, very different, and the answers here are going to be very different as well. So initially, when Cynthia first came out, it's kind of, she was okay. She wasn't bad. She was definitely good, but she wasn't anything amazing, unfortunately, right? But now the circumstances have changed a lot. First of all, she's getting her Synchro expansion expanded tonight, which is one of the reasons why I only got one pair of one copy of Cynthia, not three initially, because back then Synchros weren't a thing at all, and also she just increases much more in value now with the new Balvilla stage that is also weak to ground, and also just how the playstyles changed from back then to now. So let me just quickly go over Cynthia real quick, since most folks probably already know what's the deal with Garchomp at the moment. We do need to kind of focus more on its synchro and stuff, right? So in terms of stats, HP is fine. It has HP is fine, good attack. Defense is whatever. Special attack is bad, doesn't matter. Special defense is kind of whatever as well. And speed is decent. So in terms of the moves, you got Stomping Tantrum, completely useless. Don't even, it's whatever. 44 power, 100% accuracy, 2 gauges, physical ground, power is double if the user's previous move failed. And you got all 100% accuracy moves, so yeah, very rarely will you ever get that power doubled, and it's a pointless move. Moving on, X attack sharply raises user's attack. We all know what that is. Earthquake, 100 damage. AoE, which AoE used to be really, well, I wouldn't say really bad. AoE used to be not that great in the game, and now AoE is super good now. It's funny how the game meta changes with the content that we're facing, right? AoE used to be a potato, and AoE is kind of the most important thing, right, in terms of attacks and all that right now. AoE, 3 gauges, 100 power, max out of 120, right? No additional effect, pretty straightforward. The Smash is 2 Fun, which is her trainer move, right? So 2 uses. Raises the user's speed and critical rate. These stats are sharply raised when the user is in a Sandstorm. Sync move, Earthquake of an Ancient Lore, ground 160, physical, becomes Mega Garchomp until the end of the battle. Passive, Fast Track 2, moderate chance of raising the Pokemon's speed after he uses a move, which is great, by the way. And Surging Sand 5 powers up moves in Sandstorm, generally by 50%. Okay, moving on to Mega Garchomp. Mega Garchomp is where all the good stuff is at. Mainly just some stats, but, so Mega Garchomp, the attack skyrockets, the defense skyrockets, right? Special defense is the same, and speed is fine as well. So going over its changes, Earthquake replaces Stomping Tantrum, Slash replaces Earthquake, Slash is okay, I guess, it's not that big of a deal. Crystalline more easily, doesn't matter, 50 power, 2 gauges, it's not bad, but it's just, it's whatever, right? You got Earthquake, why would you use Slash? As for the passive, all the same, all that stuff. So basically what changed and why Cynthia actually has an argument to be better or potentially stronger than Red at the moment is her Synchro. Her Synchro makes her so that no one in the game ever until this grid came out damaged Red, right? And Cynthia does it now. Cynthia out DPS's Red in this scenario. So it's kind of insane just how much damage Cynthia could do, right? So what her grid does offer her is you get Surging Sand 3, right? That's an extra 30%. And then Ramming Speed, which should be an extra 30% as well when you max that out. And then Earthquake nodes, Earthquake move gauge regen. And then you got some other really cool stuff as well. Sands of Time that gives you more charge on your move gauge in Sandstorm. You got Sand Screen, which I personally think is great. Increase your special defense by 50% when in the Sandstorm. Sand Shelter, finally, so Garchomp won't take damage from Sandstorm, which is so weird that she does in the first place. But with Sand Shelter, she does not take any damage from Sandstorm anymore. And you also got Soothing Sand, which heals in Sandstorm, right? Build up, which is kind of pointless. A Sharp Entry, which is kind of pointless as well, honestly. This match is 2 from Propulsion 3. Marley, good chance of reducing the user's sync move countdown by when the user's move is successful. I mean, it's okay, but it's just hard to activate. Your standard MP refreshes on all this stuff, right? And then you also have like Slash Critical Strike 3, which is nice, but it's also Slash, and plus you got Earthquake, all this Earthquake damage. Like, what are you doing with Slash, right? Stomping Tantrum, Defense Crush 4, pointless. I wouldn't say pointless, but, you know, again, this Garchomp's Earthquake build is just so incredibly strong, right? So basically, Cynthia just out damages Red by a lot. And Cynthia, in terms of, you know, in comparison to Red, right? Because Red has been, you know, the striker in the game since forever. Well, since whenever he came out, right? In terms of comparing other stuff, because, you know, damage isn't like the only thing, right? But if you compare its defenses, which is much more important now in the Battle Villa era, right? So Cynthia could take much more hits. She has really, really good defensive stats in comparison to Red. And do keep in mind, Red does lower his own defenses by 2 when you're using his trainer move, right? So that also hurts Red a lot. I mean, for everyone who has Red, we know how, you know, crispy the dude is. He could dish out a lot of damage, tons of damage. You touch him, he's kind of screwed, unfortunately. So Red does that. It does have that against him, and also Sandscreen, which is, you know, you would have to have Sandscreen screen. Well, you don't have to, but, you know, it's really very highly recommended that you have Sandscreen in most of Cynthia's builds, right? It's just so powerful, right? Sandscreen. And then, like, if you look at Cynthia's Sandstorm partner in comparison to Red, and we're comparing Sandstorm Cynthia to Sun Red, which Sun Red used to be just, like, unbeatable in the game. Red and Sun is just so powerful, right? But Cynthia's, you know, partner in crime here, Palossand, also helps out a lot as well. Palossand's, you know, fantastic, right? You have the Sandstorm MP refresh. You got Sandstorm Focus Group, which has, you know, good chance of raising critical rate, which is, you don't really need that, I personally don't think. And then you got Sandstorm Flag Bearer, raises attack of all allied sync pairs when you use Sandstorm. And then you also got stuff like Soothing Sand, Tough, I mean, well, not Tough Cookie. Where was it? Soothing Sand. Oh, X Defense MP refresh. Sand Shelter as well, which is, again, kind of weird. Like, you're the Sandstorm user and you get hurt by Sandstorm. But anyways, we'll put that aside. Let's see. Oh, you got stuff like Tighten Up and Toughen Up, right? Which could, you know, increase your stats. You generally want to use Tighten Up more since you do have defense, right? But, you know, just something that could generally tank relatively well. Also, you do have Astonish, which could flinch the opponent. So if you're comparing, like, their partner in crimes, their weather partner in crimes, right? Palossand is just so much better than Rapidash as well in that sense. So, you know, just remember tanking all that stuff, right? Again, you heal in sand, and again you get flinches, and it's just like really so much better. So that being said, should you summon on Cynthia and Garchomp's banner? Well, I think no. Summon on Cynthia and Garchomp's banner. I told you guys. Unless you guys are like a whale or whatever, you don't have to be a whale, but unless, like, you guys had a lot of gems, then do not summon on Milotic's banner. Cynthia's banner is dropping 2 days after. Summon on Cynthia's banner. Cynthia is so good right now. She could potentially be the best or second best. She's definitely top 3 in the game. That's not even a question, right? At this point, she's just so incredibly good for so many reasons, right? So definitely summon on her banner for sure. And also, her banner is a Pokefair, which is nice because you got, you know, an extra chance. I mean, the chance of summoning Cynthia doesn't change. It's still 2%, like, you know, like all the other banners. But you do have a higher chance of getting all the other sync pairs. And also, Cynthia does not come back, right? And also, we also do have the free 5-star strike candy, right? Which could raise a dupe of a 5-star striker. Cynthia's a 5-star striker. So, like, you guys don't even have to, like, get all 3 copies. Like, if you guys already had one before from the first Pokefair, which I know a lot of people summon on, right? Then you only need 1 more copy on this banner. If you haven't gotten Cynthia ever before, then you just need 2 copies of her. on this banner, right? And then you can just max her out, and there you go. So highly recommend summoning on Cynthia's banner. And for those of you who are like afraid of, oh, but what if like, you know, Sing Suit Blue, Sing Suit Leaf comes out? I mean, like, we got like a month left of banners that are not Sing Suit Blue and Sing Suit Leaf, which, by the way, a lot of people for some reason are speculating them coming out soon. There's zero evidence of that. So yeah, just saying. She's really strong. She's super useful for Battle Villa. Again, the new Ground Week Battle Villa stages, which are at the end of the villa, right? She's I don't know what else to say. It's Cynthia. Like, come on. she just does a lot of damage and is really good. So there you go. Anyways, that's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoy. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Like if you enjoyed this video, share my channel for some more Pokemon Masters content. And I will be streaming summons for Cynthia live tonight as soon as she goes live. So stay tuned for that. Good luck to everyone summoning. Good luck to myself as well. It would be nice. And I'll see you guys later today.